Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Josh Stone.
And we're doing it via Zoom today. Josh at school. What are you majoring in anyway, Josh? I forgot.
Communications and public relations.
Ah, okay. I'm not sure I could do that public relations thing. It might not end well. You're a little better at that, I think, than I am. You don't always say what you think, which is good. And I always say what I think. But all right, we got a lot to go here. We're doing one show now again. We're not going to do two. We're going to go about 35 minutes, 40 at the most. If we go more than 40, Josh will disappear. So hopefully we don't do that. But so we got. I figured, Josh, why not start off this today with? Let me introduce our guests: Tommy Shire and my broadcast partner Chuck Goldchuck.
How you doing?
Josh, you can't see either of them, but they are here.
You can see me for
I
sure.
can see Tommy.
Oh, okay. We'll get this all figured out next week. We're it's step by step. You know what I mean?
We're high tech. We're getting there.
We are. We're getting higher tech. Oh, by the way, Tommy, this is good. I don't know if you did you ever watch the show The Mick when it was on, Josh?
The what?
The Mick.
No.
It was about this mess of a woman who inherited her sister's children when her sister and husband went to jail. And she was a drug addict, and her boyfriend was a drug addict. They lived in this mansion in Connecticut. The show was hilarious. She's in a new show, Tom.
I know.
And it looks good.
It does.
Yes. She's a great actress.
They were in a movie together. Too,
She was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, too.
Yeah.
She's a great actress. But, all right, let's get going here. We got Guardians beat the Twins last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Zardo.
I don't know. Yes, the home run. Oh, my gosh, that was
Zardo
amazing.
goes Yardo.
Yeah.
Should have never been sent down.
No.
That's true. But did you ever see the? I don't know. You probably didn't see yesterday because you're at school. Tommy and Chuck were working. I just happened to turn it on because, believe it or not, I did not want to watch politics, so I turned on MLB Network. Yeah, and they're doing, their talk show they have on there with and Mark Mark DeRosa's on it. They went over the schedule, and Mark DeRosa said this is the most important series of the week in Major League Baseball.
Nice.
Yes, and he's talking about it, and he said, the Guardians are looking to take the Twins' soul.
I like that.
I like it, and he took a little piece of it last night.
8-2.
And Josh, did you see who struck out to end the game?
Was it the guy? Oh, it was Royce Lewis.
It was Royce Lewis. And did you notice? I don't know if you guys were watching.
He was frustrated as hell.
No, but did you notice Clase steered him back to the dugout?
No, I didn't.
It was beautiful.
As he should.
Because he's a punk, you know?
Love it.
It was so good. I was really happy about that. So, but they could clinch. They could clinch. I guess when it gets to 0, it's not technically at 0 because of tiebreaker factors. So they could, if it gets to 0 tonight, they could clinch tomorrow with a win or a Tigers loss. But I want the division by the end of the weekend because I don't want no chances. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Boyd had a rough outing last night, but you're going to have it's his 6th outing. He had one,
He's been impressive.
he's been unbelievable. So, but here we go. Let's do high school and college games first. So we got, we're going to do Berkshire at Wickliffe this week. I think Berkshire's 2-0, but I'm pretty sure they beat a couple of teams that
Well,
weren't
Berkshire's
real good.
3-1.
3-1. What am I thinking? I guess I'm thinking NFL. They're 3-1.
Berkshire beat.
They beat Trinity on a field goal this last week
Yeah.
with time running out.
Berkshire has beaten Conneaut, Trinity, and Cuyahoga Heights.
Cuyahoga Heights is not good.
No, none of them are good. So, but okay. So, Josh, we got the standings. Let me. Did I take a picture of the standings? Let me look real quick. I don't know if I did. No, I did not. I did not.
I don't even know where they came
But You were, what were you last week? You were 15-3. This week you were 12. Yes. So Josh is 27-9. I'm 26-10, and Josh and Tommy are 24-12. So Chuck.
Josh.
Chuck and Tommy are yeah. Well, come on.
I got you, Chuck.
We were almost 4 minutes
You
in.
always do, brother. Appreciate
we
the
were
love.
almost 4 minutes in before I screwed it up. So that's pretty good. But yeah, so that's the standings. 3 games separating first and last. Josh had the best week. Chuck and I had the worst week.
Not a good week.
It was ugly. I'll tell you what, we are lucky that the Sunday night game went our way, or we'd have been under 500.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't want that. But I think Tommy won 11 games. But there were games that you know, Tommy picked the Browns, so that helped him. But Josh picked the Cardinals. And
did.
we were like, "You're picking the Cardinals?"
They were up 14-0 after
Yeah.
4 minutes.
So yeah, I mean, and none of us picked the Saints.
Oh my gosh.
None of us picked the
Or
Buccaneers.
Vikings.
Or the Vikings, yeah. I mean, look at that. Or the Buccaneers. You know, so we could get to.
You
Let's
guys
get
all
to.
picked the Jaguars?
Let's get. Are you going to tell everybody?
Yeah.
Just asking you, dude.
No,
Oh,
no,
last
Chuck.
week. Last week.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
picked the Browns. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were the only one,
we
Tom.
were-
We paid for it.
us
We
three.
paid for it. I said I'm not picking the Browns till they win, and well,
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 this week I'm.
You were going to take
going-
the Browns this week, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I would have really looked like an idiot if I didn't take them this week. But
5% of people pick the Giants.
yeah, well, they're probably New Yorkers. So, Josh, you'll be first. What do we got? Wickliffe hosting Berkshire, the Badgers. This is not their bowling team, which was actually pretty good last year.
no, yeah, they've been improving it.
Mhm.
But I'm, you know, this could be where I drop a loss here. I'm gonna go with Berkshire. I'm a little out of the loop. I haven't seen Wickliffe play yet, so not really sure what's going to happen.
It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna go with Wickliffe, but I think it's gonna be close. It could go either way. So Chuck was ahead of Tommy last week, so Chuck will go next, even though they're tied now.
I'm taking the home team. I'm taking our Wickliffe Blue Devils.
Chuck's going with Wickliffe. Okay. What do you got, Tom?
I've looked at some matchups that they've played against each other, and Berkshire's handled some teams better than Wickliffe did, so I'm going to go with Berkshire.
All right. So we're split 2-2. I don't think the next one's gonna be split.
I hope
2-2.
Wickliffe wins.
Next one's a tough game.
Yeah, it's a tough one. The Marshall, is it Thundering Herd?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Thundering Herd. Going into Ohio Stadium to play the Ohio State Buckeyes. Josh, what are you going with here?
You know, I can't see if Chuck's got the hat on. but
Not yet.
I'm just
Next
gonna
time
go
I will
Ohio
have a new
State
hat.
Right here.
You're going to go with Ohio State? Yeah, you know what?
New hat next week, Josh.
Okay.
All right. You know, I had to think over this one quite a bit too. I was not sure, but I'm going to go Ohio State by 56.
They're only
Yeah.
giving them 40.
Oh my! Well, you know, what do you got, Chuck?
Well, I didn't think about this at all, and I'm taking OSU, baby.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm stunned. Tom?
I'm going to also go with the Ohio State Buckeyes. You know, I would like Marshall to be good, but not against Ohio State.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. We got the college and the high school out of the way. We got the. Let's say since we did those first. Let's give. I'm going to give the Sentinel 7 the high school rankings first. And you know what? We'll give the NFL power rankings then before we do the picks, so we get them out of the way, so we're not rushing them at the end. But here we go. This is the Week 5 Sentinel 7. We got Menor number 1. They didn't move. Kirtland number 2. They didn't move. Perry number 3. They didn't move. Lake Catholic 4, same as last week. Madison 5, same as last week. Wickliffe moved up to 6. They moved up 1. Riverside dropped 1 and fell to 7th. And the next 2 teams are Harvey and North. So, but that's, Lake County, I think there's some good football in Lake County right now. We'll see. We'll see how it ends up in the playoffs. I think quite a few teams should make it. More than half, I think, should make it.
Yeah.
But, so now, we'll go with the power rankings. We had shifts in the rankings of teams, and then we had huge divisional shifts.
We had a very big shift, and tell you, I was looking at it, and it was
Huge
one team
shifts.
moved up 18 spots in mine.
Guess what? Our power rankings that Tommy and I do together, we combine them. I do mine, he does his, I combine them. We have...
I don't mean to sound funny right now.
What?
You're gonna hate that I say that.
What?
But what you just did, we had some shit trouble with too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Well, but I just got to say that our rankings, I want to say this before I give the rankings. The rankings that Tommy and I came up with have the Buccaneers in the same spot as the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was quite happy when I opened that app this morning. We got Chiefs are still number 1, of course. Texans moved up 4. They're number 2. Bills are number 3. They moved up 4. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 4. They moved up 7 spots. So Tommy and I aren't the only ones that think this. The NFL thinks it too. So, and that's like, there's like 15 people that do their rankings.
Yeah.
So, 49ers are 5th. They fell 3 spots. Saints are 6th. They moved up 13. They moved up to 18 in the NFL. Eagles are 7th. They moved up 1 spot. Chargers moved up 4 spots. They are 8th. Lions fell 6th. They're 9th. Packers stayed the same. They're 10th. Cowboys dropped 6 spots. They're 11th. Ravens dropped 8 spots. They're 12th. Steelers went up 5 more. They're 13th. Browns stayed the same at 14. Jets stayed the same at 15. Vikings went up 6 and they're at 16. Seahawks are at 17 and they moved up 4 spots. Falcons moved up 5 spots. They're 18th. Dolphins fell 10 spots and are at 19. Bengals fell 4 spots at 20. Bears are at 21. They fell 3 spots. Cardinals moved up 4 spots. They're at 22. Rams fell 10 spots. They're at 23. Raiders moved up 4 spots. They're at 24. Jaguars dropped 5 spots. They're at 25. Colts fell 2 spots at 26. Patriots moved down 2 spots. They're at 27. Commanders are at 28. They stayed the same. Broncos are at 29. They stayed the same. Oh, wait, no. Titans are at 29. They fell 2. Broncos are at 30. Stayed the same. Giants stayed the same at 31. And the Panthers are still bringing up the rear at 32. And I have to say the NFC South has, in the rankings, has overcome the having the Panthers in the division. It's kind of like the AL Central, right?
Yeah.
Best division in baseball. Yeah, best division in baseball if you throw out the White Sox. So you got NFC North is still ranked 1. But I go by points adding up the ranking of the teams. The NFC North is 2 points ahead of the South, who is 3rd. The NFC North is number 1. AFC North is number 2. They dropped a spot. NFC North went up 1. NFC South is ranked 3rd. They moved up 5 spots. I don't expect them to stay there. I'll be the first one to say it. They'll be in the middle, I think, somewhere. AFC West, 4th, moved up 1. AFC East dropped 2, they're 5th. NFC West dropped 2, they're 6th. NFC East, 7th place, back to where they belong. And AFC South, what is it with these Souths? There's always got to be a South in last place. You think about it, the two divisions, they've had Super Bowl winners, but they've also had some really bad years where they're all under 500. So, but that's it for the rankings. We got those done. We got those out of the way. I'm going to take that off there now so I don't have to worry about that. And let's just get to the picks. We got, what do we got? We got 20 minutes to do these picks, so we're good this week. We're not going to race through them like we did in the first 2 weeks. We got first game, Thursday night, 8:15. Patriots at the Jets. What do you got, Josh?
I think this is going to be a close game. I'm going with the home team. I'm taking the Jets.
Okay. I'm going with the Jets also. Chuck?
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Jets. Tommy?
I'm also going to go with the Jets, even though I could see the Patriots upsetting them.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably going to be a close game. They hate each other. You know what I mean? Boston, New York. I think it goes every sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so. But then we've got, we're going to save the Browns and the Buccaneers games for last. We got the Packers at the Titans. I think we're going to laugh at this game, and we're all probably going to pick the same. But what do you got, Josh?
I'm going to go with the Malik Willis revenge game. I'm going to go with Packers.
Oh, okay.
He's the Packers quarterback.
Oh, he
now?
is. That's right. I'm all confused on quarterbacks. Right? There's so many. It's only week 3, and there's a bunch of changes already. I'm going with the Packers. Chuck?
Even without Jordan, I'm going with the Packers.
Okay.
I'm also going with the Packers.
Okay. Are you under the weather today, Chuck?
A little bit.
A little bit? Is it
Little-
allergies or
Little
just
head
like
cold.
head cold? Thanks for coming, though. You know? You're a trooper. Chuck's always here. Chuck, you know what I mean?
I try.
I mean, if they had Zoom on a cruise.
I would be there.
For
For sure.
But I think it'd probably be like $600 to do it.
No,
You know-
not if I'm at one of my stops. If I'm in one of my stops, I can probably get away with it.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
That
Coming
would
in
be-
from Puerto Rico?
That'd be hilarious. We might have a double Zoom that day.
Right.
Huh? We might. So, all right. Well, so we pretty much, you got the Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. Titans are probably going to win then. I think with 3 games this week, we all picked the same team, and yeah. So here's another one: Bears and Colts. Breaking news.
What?
Well,
Want me to look at it?
it's heartbreaking. Well, Stephen Kwan's on the DL. IL. That's not heartbreaking. They recalled Miles Straw.
Oh.
That's not heartbreaking. They DFA'd Carlos Carrasco.
Oh.
Oh,
Really?
That's sad.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's sad, but
That's
you know,
tough, man.
he'll be there with them. I
He
think.
will probably. Kind of like Brian Shaw was, you know.
Yeah.
That's just,
Another guy who
Very
Clevelanders care about. You guys saw Kareem Hunt sign with the Chiefs, correct?
Oh,
yeah.
did
To
he
the
really?
practice squad, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's all right, because you know what that tells me
He'll
too?
end up being their starter.
But you know what that tells me too? The Chiefs forgive him.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know? He
He's
lied to
good.
them, and they forgive him.
He's grown up.
Yep.
Yeah, he
You know?
And that's good.
So,
I'm glad about that. So, we got the Bears at Colts. Before I cry. Yeah. Bears at Colts. What do you got, Josh?
Give me the Colts with their first win of the year.
Okay. I'm going the same way. What do you got, Chuck?
I said it before. I think the Bears quarterback is
Overrated.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Proved it the other night.
I'm taking the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also taking.
He
the
was
Colts.
melting down. Did you see him melting down on the bench, Josh? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did.
Oh, he's cool when everything's going well, isn't he? He can't handle any controversy.
I'm also taking the Colts.
Taking the Colts too, so
I said he's going to be trouble. It's coming.
Yeah. He's just not that good. Then we got the Houston Texans at the Minnesota Vikings, so that's a battle of 2-0 clubs.
True.
What do you got, Josh?
I think I'm going to take the more solid 2-0 club. I'm going to go with C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, so am I. I'm going with Stroudsy, as Francona would probably call him. Stroudsy.
Yeah.
What do you got, Chuck?
I am not a big Houston believer at this point. I'm taking the Vikings.
Okay. Tommy, what do you have?
And
I'm
Darnold,
taking
baby.
the Texans. I'm not a Sam Darnold believer.
Okay. Oh, I just realized we got to keep this at 30 minutes anyway because the camera will go off. So, but we can still get this done. We got 10 minutes left. We got the Eagles at the Saints. Josh?
As much as I really am considering taking the Saints here, I think I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah, I picked the Eagles too. I'm just not convinced the Saints are as good. I know they've scored on every drive, but I just don't know. What do you got, Chuck?
Well, the Eagles blew it last night. They gave that game away.
That's what I thought the Browns were going to do with that stupid
They
prevent
really
defense.
blew it. I don't know how Barkley can not catch that ball.
He took the blame after the game.
And he should have. But I am gonna take the Eagles.
Okay.
I'm also going to take the Eagles.
Okay. So we know who's going to be 3-0 in the
No,
NFC
I think
South.
the Saints. The Saints are going to end up having an absolute crapper one of these weeks.
No, they're going to come down to earth. They are, because they're the. Look, I don't think the Falcons are that good, but I still think the Saints are the third best division in that, or team in that division.
Third best team in the division, really?
I think so. I'm not sold on Dennis Allen as a head coach. So,
You don't like a lot of head coaches in that division.
well, why would I? You know what's funny though? I don't like any of the well, I don't hate Zach Taylor, but I don't like Tomlin or Harbaugh. You know, I mean, they're not likable
I
people.
don't like Tomlin, but I can admit he's a good coach.
He is a good coach. His press conferences are great too. Speaking of Tomlin, Chargers at Steelers. What do you got, Josh?
You know what? Give me my boy Jay Herbo. Give me the Chargers.
Okay. What do you have? I got Steelers. Chuck, what do you have?
Well, it goes against my principles, but I'm taking the Chargers here. I think the
Oh.
Steelers again are just getting lucky. So.
Okay. What do
And
you got,
I think
Tom?
the Chargers are playing. I think the Chargers are for real.
Yeah. Okay.
I got the Chargers, and I'm hoping the Steelers' defense is not actually as good as it has been playing.
Well, I'll reiterate what Chuck said a little bit. I used a big word. I'm not sure if it's the right word to use, but I'm gonna further what Chuck said. The Chargers were not as bad as they were last year.
No.
Mr. Analytics didn't know how to coach. He's from Perry, and I hear he's a great guy, but he didn't know how to coach. So that's why the Chargers were bad. But, all right, let's move on. Oh, boy. Panthers at Raiders. What do you got, Josh?
Give me the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders, too, but I wouldn't be stunned
But-
if this upset happens.
But
Especially
go
with-
go get a game-winning drive for 'em.
Especially with Andy Dalton as their quarterback now. You know, so another terrible draft pick. Overrated. Yeah, so I'm going with the Raiders. Chuck?
Raiders.
Yeah. Tommy?
I'm going to go with the Raiders as well, and I would like to point out that I once again was right on who the first pick at quarterback should have been.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
As I usually
Yeah.
am, not to be.
It's just so stupid. Like, yeah. These teams should consult him. He's been right for like 7 years in a row. It's unbelievable.
I'm always right with
Josh
quarterback.
Allen should be number one. Everybody thought he was an idiot.
Lamar, too, because they get either one of them.
Oh,
could,
yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. Okay, Dolphins at Seahawks. Should be, I think it's going to go on, Josh.
Give me the Seahawks here.
Yeah, I got to go with the Hawks too. I don't have a lot of confidence in a quarterback with the name Sky. Go on, Chuck.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm also going with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean-
Chuck just take the Seahawks?
I mean,
Yeah, well, he's not there anymore. So I feel a little bit better about taking the Seahawks.
I mean, I've not known any men with the name Sky or Skyler. Skyler is his name? Yeah, I really haven't. But well, he's real, I guess, because he was on Edge of Night. Skylar Whitney did save the world on Edge of Night. So I guess they can be tough if they have that name, but I can't pick them to win a game.
It's not a fun.
Yeah. He saved the world from the evil Donald Hex. It was great. All right. Let's move on. Ravens at Cowboys. Josh. I called you like almost like Chuck, Josh,
Yeah,
you know?
I think you caught it though.
What do you got?
Safe there. I'm going to go with the 0-2 Ravens upset.
Okay. Is it really? Is the betting line an
I don't
upset?
know if it's
Because
an upset.
I don't think it's an
I'm gonna go with
upset.
Ravens.
They're better than them. I'm going with the Ravens too. What do you got, Chuck? It's like picking this game is like. Ugh.
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. The boys at home. What do you got, Tom?
I'm going with the Ravens, but I hope to God the Cowboys win this game.
I wouldn't be opposed to the Cowboys winning this game.
Oh,
No,
I
I wouldn't
am
either.
100% rooting for the Cowboys to win this
I
game.
wouldn't either. I don't think anybody on this set would be opposed
Yeah.
to them winning. So,
Cowboys are pretty bipolar, though. So.
well, they are. So they should play well. 49ers at Rams. Josh.
You know, even after coming off a tough loss like that, I'm still going to go with the 49ers here.
Yeah, so am I. Chuck?
Well, I think without their two key players, I don't think the 49ers
That is true.
are
Samuels
going
is
to
out
struggle. However,
But remember, the Rams are missing Cup.
I don't think the Rams are a very good team.
Nakua.
The Rams are not a very good team right now, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Tommy?
I'm also going to go with the Niners.
All right. I got this one, 425 matchup, that shouldn't be close, but you never know. Lions at Cardinals. What do you got, Josh?
I got the Cardinals, Tim.
I know. Yeah. And I got the Lions. I can't. I just think that they're... I think that they're...
It can go either way.
I think the Lions are, like, so far above everybody else in the NFC except one team. But, so, I'm going with the Lions. What do you got, Chuck?
I took the Lions, but this game scares me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I also took the Lions, but you never know when you got Maserati Marv on your team.
That's true. That's true. One of the guys in the fantasy league, the Wickliffe Fantasy League, who I wasn't sure was going to still follow because I didn't know if he still was participating in the league, he changed his name, his team name, from York State of Mind to Maserati Marv. What do we got here?
10 minutes.
Okay, we got 10. All right, I'm
We're
going to...
good.
With the X.
I can't see it.
Upper right.
There we go. All right, so now we got Chiefs at Falcons.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh.
Hold on. That's not it. There,
There you go.
Chiefs at Falcons. Okay. We are new this week, people. We'll get this. We're going to get this. I think we've done pretty good so far. Chiefs at Falcons. What do you got, Josh?
I got my homie. I got the Chiefs.
Okay. What do... I got the Chiefs, too. What do you got, Chuck?
I took the Chiefs.
I
Okay.
also took the Chiefs.
All right. Then we got Jaguars at Bills. Josh.
Give me the Bills.
Okay. I got the Bills, too.
I
Chuck?
I think the Bills crush them.
Okay. Tommy?
Bills by a point.
Okay. So you think they're going to crush them, too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got the Monday night game. This is a barn burner. Commanders at Bengals. Who would have thought going into this game the Commanders would have a better record?
Well, how did they get a Monday night game the third week of the year?
I want to know that, too.
Are you kidding me?
Anything to put
Why were the
Burrow on
Falcons-
Monday night.
Why were the Falcons on Monday night?
I don't know what the NFL's thinking.
Baby.
They're obsessed with Burrow, that's why.
They had to know Washington was not
What's
going to be
going on,
very good,
Sam?
and you put them on
So,
Monday night
what?
in the third week.
It's at
Hold
29.
on. Did it go off?
It's gonna,
How do you know?
because it said 29:39.